Hey everyone, this is our evening edition of public speaking and business. I am your host, Dr. Samantha DeLoache, your modeling pharmacist and professional speaker coach, and I have been having fun all day. This is my third interview, so I'm so excited because every interview gets better and better. I am learning so much insight from different business professionals, and I hope you're getting great insight as well because I want everyone to walk away from watching these videos learning that public speaking and communication overall is very important in all that we do. So it doesn't matter what you're doing as far as your business, at work, trying to get a promotion in the community, your voice deserves to be heard. And a lot of us are being silent and we need to speak up and we need to get the confidence so that we can articulate our thoughts and so that we can convert customers or just convert people to our side. You know, we all have opinions, but guess what? The squeaky wheel gets the oil. So if you're silent, if you're not able to really express yourself, then you could have some great information that could change the world, but no one would know it because we haven't heard it yet. So that's what the Model Speakers Academy is about. It's about giving individuals confidence, helping them shape or structure their messages. We all have a story to tell, and many may not know how to get that story out. So that's where I come in. So it's an 8-week program. And this Wednesday, actually in 2 days, my first webinar will take place where you can tune in for free and listen and find out all the good things that the Model Speakers Academy has to offer. And the model is our major framework. The M stands for motivate. The O is organize. D, deliver. E, engage. And L, lead. Because if you're speaking, you're a leader. If you have the microphone, you're the one taking charge at that time. So you need to be able to do it boldly and, unashamed. So that's what I want you all to do. Get ready to sign up and refer someone who may need a little confidence boost. And it doesn't matter where you are on your speaker journey, if you're a seasoned vet or if you're just starting out, everyone can benefit with getting some new tips and tools to help them be a better speaker. Well, the icing on the cake this evening, I have the lovely Stephanie D. McKenzie here. She's here to share with us all things Stephanie and give us her insights on public speaking and how it's helped shape her business. So, welcome, Stephanie.
Hello, Dr. Samantha. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for joining me.
Absolutely. It's a complete and total honor to talk about talking.
Right. So, tell us about your business, your brand.
Well, I have been in business for some decades, and it started with this idea to have a punch stand, and it went from there to desktop publishing, artist development, and then landing really is squarely into marketing. So, my background includes marketing as well as brand development, entrepreneurship, and then also teaching on the collegiate level. And that has afforded me some really great opportunities and great relationships. And these days, I use brand development, leadership development, as well as coaching to curate something that we call hustle freedom for founders, leaders, and entrepreneurs.
I love that hustle freedom. So, you use your hustle to get the freedom that you want, in essence, right?
Well, actually, we're trying to get rid of the idea of hustle because
Okay.
hustle is not actually it's not actually good for us at the end of the day. Like I started my career on this hustle and
Hmm.
it literally almost killed me. Like
Oh, no.
really. And so
Yeah.
when we talk about hustle freedom, it's not an idea where you're just sitting around waiting for things to happen, but that you're
Hmm.
approaching what you do very strategically. I find that a
Mm.
lot of business owners, founders, leaders, entrepreneurs, especially if they're of color, they have been glorified for doing more work than necessary.
Hmm.
And oftentimes that's because somebody didn't have a great plan. So as we get into our own businesses, our own ventures, whatever it is, being strategic and understanding that strategy usually, actually, almost always trump struggle is how we curate hustle freedom. This way you have your wins and your well-being together.
Well, I like that. So now I have a whole new concept for what hustle freedom is. So thank you for sharing that.
Yay!
That's excellent.
Absolutely.
So let's just go ahead and get right into it. My first question is, why do you believe public speaking is a crucial skill for business professionals today?
Um, that's a great question. And I think it's because Social media affords us some great opportunities to be seen and heard.
Mhm.
And when we're able to do that with confidence, it opens up the door for opportunities. And social media, for the most part, is free. So
Mhm.
it's a free opportunity to get up, show yourself, share what you do, and connect with the people who will value it. But it takes a little bit of strategy to do it well.
Absolutely. So I love, like you said, the social media really, everyone has an opportunity on some level to be able to present themselves. At one point in
Absolutely.
time, the average day person couldn't get, I guess you can say, found or blow up, if you will. And
Yeah,
nowadays, something can go viral and you could be an overnight success. So really we have to be strategic, like you said, on
mhm,
being able to use this platform. But a part of that is using our voice. When you get those 10 minutes of fame, what are you going to do with it? What's your message?
absolutely.
How are you going to maximize this time? Because many people get the opportunities, but because they're not prepared or ready for it, then it'll fizzle out just as quickly as it came. So
Absolutely.
that's so true.
Absolutely.
So my second thought or question is, can you share a personal experience where effective public speaking significantly impacted your career or business?
That's a hard to narrow down because I've been talking. I feel like I've been talking my whole life. I was one of those kids where my mother is an orator all on her own, and so because of that, I was always like, "Oh, we need a kid to do this. Get Stephanie. Oh, we need a kid to like get Stephanie." But I think one of the most significant moments in my career around public speaking is being a TEDx speaker. And that entire process almost brought me to my knees, but it culminated with creating something that can be seen by people globally and has been seen by people globally. And I don't remember what the last count is on the TEDx, but I think that was one of the biggest opportunities that I had to date, and I definitely know that impacted the brand equity that we had created.
Wow, congratulations. Do you mind sharing what your talk was about?
If I can remember, what is it called? Y'all, somebody help quick. Um,
Well, you can tell
Loving
me.
kryptonite. Something about vulnerability and loving kryptonite. I swear to God, it's like a dissertation. I can't remember what the title is. But and it talked about vulnerability and how we can use vulnerability um as a superpower
Hmm.
and not as something that we need to push away from or vilify.
Right.
Because I know that many of us can relate to having our vulnerabilities and our vulnerable moments weaponized against us. But in
Right.
all things, whether we're building brand or we're building relationships, we want to seize opportunities. I think it's important to see our vulnerability for what it is, something that is to be valued and something
Right.
that we can use.
Absolutely. Because people see vulnerability sometimes as weakness. And it's
Yeah.
not always that, way, because the person who can let their walls down and truly be their
Yeah.
authentic selves, that's a strength. It's like,
Yeah.
this is who I am, take it or leave it. So yeah, that's beautiful. So maybe, no pressure, but if you could give us that link maybe at the end of your talk and I could include it,
I
but no pressure.
can.
Yeah, that way we
No,
can
I
all
have
take a look.
it. I absolutely can share it. No worries. I
Yeah,
remember the
I
link,
would
but
love.
not the title. That's crazy.
No worries, no worries. Because I would love to take a look at it myself. So I'm asking for my own selfish desires, but I'm sure the audience would enjoy hearing about it because I haven't heard vulnerability expressed in that way. So I would love to
Mhm.
see that. So thanks for sharing that. So my third
Absolutely.
question is, what are some common public speaking challenges that many business professionals face, and how can they overcome them?
I think one of the greatest challenges is centered around perfectionism
Mm,
and wanting it to be perfect and for it to be right. And well, what if I mess up? And I'm like, what if? You know, I've
right,
got over 200 videos on a YouTube channel, and I can tell you unequivocally that when we recorded them, if I bobbled a word or whatever, fumbled a word, that's just what I
right.
did. I was a college professor for 11 years, And so when I'm standing in front of a classroom, if I'm teaching, there is no do-over,
That's right.
right? So if I fumble the word, it's like, y'all, forgive me. This is what I meant. And I
Right.
think that's so much more relatable than a hyper edited, flaw-free version that a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people want to put online. Oh, take out all the ums, take out all the this, take out. I mean, so you basically strip it of your humanity. And I
Mm.
think when people see that highly produced, highly perfected content, it makes them feel as if they have to produce the same. And I'm like,
Right.
no. What I tell my clients is do something so we know something. Do
Mm.
something so we know something. So if that means that you make a video and you post it, and let's say it does go viral, okay. First of all, why are we going viral without a strategy? But that's a whole different conversation. But let's say it does go viral.
Mm-hmm.
What feedback do you get? Does it lead people to go to the link in your bio? Did you get bookings from that? Because I could care less about you going viral if you don't get any results from it. That's just
Right.
like,
Right.
video with 100,000, 10,000, whatever. And virality is not actually quantifiable, but people think that it is. But what I'm saying is that people are so afraid of making mistakes and
Mm-hmm.
having that immortalized. And I'm like, here, there's a great thing that they created. It's called a delete button. So if you post it and you decide, you know what, I really hate that video, then you hide it or you delete it based on the platform that you're on.
Right.
But there's no reason for you not to share. Just share. It'll be
Right.
okay.
Right. Exactly. And I'm glad you said that because that used to be a pressure for myself. Growing up, I,
Mm,
often tell the story where I used to stutter, when I was in elementary, middle school, because I spoke very
mhm.
fast. And, I just was kind of embarrassed of how I talked. And I was afraid to even talk out loud sometimes. But, I had speech pathology and I outgrew it. But then I got to the point where I wanted everything to be perfect. And so I didn't want
Mm,
any blunders or, messed up words or, any
yeah.
chance that it'll show a stutter. And then it's like it got to the point where, you know what? If it happens, it happens. I can correct myself and just keep moving. So I think we have to give ourselves permission to be human. That it's okay if we make a mistake. It's okay if we mess up a word. Some of the best orators, best speechers, speech givers, all of them have made mistakes before. Nobody's perfect. We
Yes.
all have our moments. We all have our
Yes.
off days. So it's okay. And some people allow that fear of making a mistake or not appearing perfect to stop them from even trying, for even putting themselves out there. And
Hmm.
I, have asked a couple of people, and you may know this already, but what's the richest place on earth? Do you know?
Africa
That's
or
a
your
good guess.
mind. What, are we talking metaphorical? What are we saying?
Sort of metaphorically, yeah.
Oh, your
Well, I'll
mind.
put it. Well, that's a good guess, but actually, it's the graveyard because so many people died with their gifts.
Ah,
So many
very
people
good.
hid themselves, and I can't take credit for it. Dr. Miles Monroe, the late Dr. Miles Monroe, he had it in one of his
Hmm.
books. And that's the
Oh,
truth
okay.
because so many people are afraid of the potential or of getting judged or criticized that, they don't even try. And so many people left this earth with those gifts, with those talents, with those things never said because they were afraid of what they would, get or what would be the response. So I want to, just challenge every person, just like you said, Stephanie, to go ahead and do it. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be manicured and patched up. Let the stay, let the mistakes stay because we're human and the practice makes perfect. So if you
Absolutely.
continue to do it better, keep trying. No one does it perfectly the first time, but the more reps you get, the more you do it, the better you'll get, the more confident you'll get. So yeah, I just wanted to share that. But thanks for that.
Right.
Yes, we need more authentic people, more honest people. Don't show someone your day 1,000
We do.
and make them think that they can get that after 2 weeks or 3 weeks when this is your 1,000th day doing it. They're not going to accomplish this in 50 days or 60 days. This takes time. So we need to be realistic with what we portray to people because a lot of people have this false notion that if I can't get it great or perfect by this certain amount of time, it's not worth it. But everybody has a process
Hmm.
and we can't compare ourselves. We should try to be better than we were the day before, but not try to compare ourselves to someone else. But my last question is,
Absolutely.
what is one essential tip you would give to someone looking to improve their public speaking skills?
Absolutely. I've been While we're doing this, I've been trying to keep an eye on all the platforms, and I just want to say hi to everybody over on LinkedIn and Facebook and all of the things. So hello, hello, hello. Thanks for tuning in. What advice would I give to someone who is starting out or who is
Well, they're looking to improve, but it could be starting out, whichever one.
okay, that's fair. Um, if you're looking to improve, what exactly are you looking to improve? Because improve is so broad, right? So, are you looking to improve your impact? Are you looking to improve your income? Because, public speaking is not just about social media, there's opportunities to speak in real life as well. So, are you looking to improve your reach? Are you looking what exactly are you looking to improve? Because the more specific you can be,
Mhm.
the better it is for the outcomes that we desire. I think too often people say, "Oh, I want to speak better." Well, what does
Mhm.
that mean? Oh, I want to do this. Oh, well, what does that mean? Often we talk about things called a SMART goals. It's specific, it's measurable, it's attainable, it's realistic, and it's timely. But I also want to add another thing to that, and I want to make a smarter goal and an A. I'm going to add an A to the end of SMART for authentic. Is it
Mhm.
steeped in authenticity? Is it about you or someone else? Are you measuring your thousandth day, my thousandth day against your day one? Are you
Mhm.
measuring your thousandth day against my day 20,000? So looking at it from an authentic place of, okay, why exactly is it bad?
Mhm.
Do you need to improve because you didn't go viral? Well, that doesn't make any
Mhm.
sense. Or do you need
Right.
to improve because you felt like you're not reaching the people you are seeking to serve, the people that you put into developing this brand, as we call it, brand development and your positioning statement, and you feel like you're not reaching those people effectively and you want to improve on that? So I highly recommend that you start creating smarter, smarter goals and really drill into your authenticity and acceptance of how
Mhm.
you present, what you present, and the value that the message has.
Wow. Now, no one has ever answered that question like that. So I love your take that, what is it that you want to improve? And I think that's so just so profound because we have to get clear on what we want just in general, out of
Yeah,
life, we have a lot of vague goals. And sometimes when something's vague, you may get it, you may not, but the more defined, the more specific we are, then you'll know for
yeah,
sure if you got it or not. So I
yeah,
love that for you to, want to dig deeper with that person to find out what is it they're trying to improve and to make sure it's for the right reason. Because sometimes if it's not based in authenticity,
yeah.
then you're trying to follow someone else and that's their path. And I've heard this uh, saying before, you may take the recipe, but the sauce is not going to taste the same, so you may borrow a still or try to see if I can duplicate what someone else did, but that was their anointing. That was
Right.
their thing. What's the thing that you need to give to the world? We all have something
Exactly.
that we can give and, leave our own imprint. So we all need to try to look more inward and just make sure that we're being true to ourselves. So that was very, very profound. Thank you for sharing that. So I guess I want to wrap up and ask you to share if you have anything coming up. How can we stay engaged or in contact with you?
Absolutely. Well, I want to give a quick shout out to the 22 members of the cohort that I get to facilitate through my work with the YWCA Houston. So we've got 22 entrepreneurs that will be starting their journey on September 24th. So I'm super excited. I love working with that organization, and you can learn more about them at ywcahouston.org. The other things that we have going on, of course, we support edupreneurs. And so I'm always looking to make more edupreneurs. I feel like every entrepreneur should be an edupreneur. And we have a class called Turn a Class into Cash. I would love to get that into some people's hands before the end of the year. Wouldn't it be awesome if you launched your course and allowed it to give you passive income like I do? I love that. So, and what else do we have going on? Well, I mean, I'm always available to talk things through. And I love talking to founders and leaders who desire to have a profound impact on the world around them. And I wholeheartedly believe you can have income and impact. And so I'm always excited to talk to them. So feel free. If you want to know more about me, I'm Stephanie D. McKenzie on most platforms. I'm
Mhm.
also stephaniedmckenzie.com. But if you're ready to move forward and make that leap, check out the stephstore.com. You can see everything we have available. You can book that 30-minute call. And I'd love to connect with you.
Wow. Well, you heard it here first. Stephanie D. McKenzie, TEDx speaker, entrepreneur, just helping people go to the next level with their businesses and, working with the YWCA. Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, she has so many great things she's doing in Houston. And I'm just so blessed that she was able to spend time with me today and was the icing on the cake of my, 3 calls today. So if you miss any of my public speaking and business episodes, then you're missing out because I have so many great people just like Stephanie who've been on. So you want to go through my page and look at all of the different messages. And I hope you're getting encouraged and just realizing that you have a voice and it's up to you to share it. And there's tools and tips out there to help you get better, mainly the modelspeakersacademy.com. And, checking out what Stephanie has. I'm going to include her links at this message. And so I hope you've been inspired like I have been. And I wish everyone well. And there'll be some more public speaking and business episodes coming out tomorrow. Thank you again, Stephanie, for just blessing us with your presence.
Thank you. It was a wonderful opportunity.